There's wheat protein in this? Wheat? Hello, my darling. How are you? I hope you're having a fabulous day so far. If you've never been to my channel before, my name is Tonja Watts, and I thank you for clicking on this video. Today's video is a bit of an interesting one, in my opinion, and the idea was given to me by our apprentice, Emily. She watched the Is It Really Soak Off videos, part 1 and 2, and had mentioned to me that when I put the structure gel on her nails and she soaked it off at home a few weeks later after a trip, that she just used regular nail polish remover and had no problem soaking it off whatsoever. She said it literally just fell off of her nails. And so I thought, since we have that whole magic remover, possibly car stripper, we don't know what the ingredients are. So I thought, since nobody's gonna actually really wanna put that on their fingertips, let's find out which one actually is better, acetone or nail polish remover. Most of my life growing up, I used regular nail polish remover from Walmart, from the dollar store, whatever. It wasn't until I started really getting into nail polish, glitter nail polish, and then removing glitter nail polish, did I start to realize that maybe I needed something stronger. And so I started there, wrapping my glitter nail polish in acetone to remove it. Then the gel polish craze grew and grew and grew, and it was always my understanding, pure acetone only. It's anything else isn't gonna work. You have to use pure acetone. And so for years, I was only using pure acetone. Didn't even bother with nail polish remover at all, until Emily had mentioned that she got her structure gel off just using nail polish remover, not pure acetone. And her thoughts as to why it worked so well was because acetone evaporates so quickly. We all know that. You can pour acetone out onto a paper towel or even onto a table and it will evaporate very quickly. Nail polish remover has lots of other ingredients in it along with acetone, like water. So it's not just concentrated acetone, which means it's not going to evaporate as quickly as pure acetone. The second ingredient in the one I used is water, and water does not evaporate near as fast as acetone does. So her theory was, because acetone evaporates too quickly, it wasn't saturated enough on the nail and therefore was not going to remove the product. Because the nail polish remover has other products in it and does not evaporate as quickly, it stays saturated on the nail. Makes sense to me. So I already have lots of acetone. In fact, I've had this exact bottle of acetone for 3 years now. So then I went out and I got some regular old Sally Hansen nail polish remover. What's more classic than Sally Hansen? You'll notice in the video, I'm not lugging around this big jug of acetone. I've got it in one of these little twisty pumps. You can press down and acetone comes out. So I've got it in one of these, and we'll be using this guy right here. To wrap our nails, we'll be using the same things as before, the OPI Expert Touch foil thingies. I have them, so I might as well use them. Okay, so here we have the before. This is just two very, very, very thin coats of the Cover Pink Structure Gel. And we have our OPI Expert Touch remover pads, acetone, and nail polish remover. So I am just lightly buffing off the top coat on the nails. All right, so we're gonna start off with acetone. So my index and middle finger will be the acetone fingers, and then my ring finger and pinky finger will be the nail polish remover fingers. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap up my first two fingers in acetone. And now I'm going in with nail polish remover on my last two fingers. And I absolutely made a gigantic mess with the nail polish remover and spilt it all over my table. So after waiting about 15 minutes, I am going to take my first peek, and this one is the acetone, so I'm just giving it a little rub down, see if we can get any of the product off by rubbing it off, and no, we cannot. So now I'm just going to go in and scrape off any of the loose product, and again, it scrapes off, but it doesn't just flake off or fall off the nail like it's advertised, like we sort of anticipate it to. So I have to scrape from cuticle to tip to get any product off of this nail. And same with the middle finger, it doesn't flake off or fall off. I do have to scrape it off of my nail. This one does have a split in the side, so I have to be extra careful when I'm taking the product off. There is a video on how I fixed the split. It will be linked in the eye if you're interested in taking a gander at that. So I've added more acetone to both of the acetone pads, and I've wrapped up both of those fingers, see if we can get any more of the product off by soaking. Now we're going to move on to the nail polish remover fingies. Okay, so you can see right away that there is product flaking off of the nail. It's falling onto my skin. I can just sort of flick it away almost with the tool, and as I am scraping, more product removes as I scrape. It's more satisfying also to scrape it off than with the nail polish remover. It definitely seems far more saturated in product than the other two did. And let's take a look at the pinky. And you can see here too, there's product coming away from the nail. Right there on the tip, it just sloughs off as if it's no longer welcome. And you can see again, I'm getting nice big scrapes of product off of my nail. That sounds terrible, but it's really satisfying to do. Way more satisfying than the acetone, if I must say so myself. So I have wrapped both of the nail polish remover nails back up, and we are going to continue to wait and give it about 10 more minutes and see what the results are after that. So on the acetone nails, it definitely loosened up the next layer of product that was touching the acetone, but I don't feel like it did anything to release adhesion from the nail, if that makes any sense. I feel like I'm just scraping off the next layer and the next layer and the next layer of product, as opposed to it being released from the nail. I hope that makes sense. I also did cause a tiny bit of nail damage right here on my index finger from scraping away the product, so that's irritating. And on to the nail polish remover. I just gave it a twist and pulled it right off instead of worrying about opening up the foil and everything. And again, you can see where it's gone from the nail, and it must have just been pulled off in the foil. And you can see how easily it's scraping away. It's not just the top layer. It's like it wants to be pulled away from the nail. And it's allowing me to gently do that instead of just drying up and causing nail damage like I did on my other finger. All right, and here is the after. No cleanup, no filing. This is just with the removal process. So you can see the acetone side is far more textured, and there is a little bit more nail damage on that side as well. I don't know if it has to do from it evaporating faster or the nourishing ingredients that are in the nail polish remover, but I am a happy camper with that nail polish remover, so interesting. Okay, so there you have it. There wasn't a huge difference between the acetone and the nail polish remover visually, but I could definitely feel a difference on my fingers. The ones with the acetone got really cold, and also they did start to feel drier after a while. It's almost like you can feel when it stops working, whereas the ones with the nail polish remover stayed like wet and saturated the entire time. I definitely noticed how easy the product flaked off, especially around the tip, from the nail polish remover as opposed to the acetone. The acetone I had to scrape from cuticle to tip. The nail polish remover did sort of really loosen it off of the nail. I'm gonna have to say Emily's right on this one. I definitely think that nail polish remover, not pure acetone, is the way to go. I think it's going to stay saturated in the foil or the clip or on your nail. It's going to stay saturated as opposed to the acetone that's going to evaporate too quickly. It's going to take about 20 minutes soaking time, and I definitely think that most of the acetone evaporates off of your nail within that time. So maybe these old-fashioned little bottles are the way to go. I will say though, the smell of acetone just smells like acetone. This smells like an old lady doing her nails. This has fragrance in it, and it smells like acetone with fragrance. I don't like the smell of it. Nail polish remover, however, is more expensive than pure acetone, especially when you get a big juggo like this. And then buying little bottles like this is also quite wasteful. So if you're gonna go through a lot of removing and you don't want to, what am I trying to say? If you happen to have a whole bunch of acetone like I do and don't want to go out and get yourself some nail polish remover, there's lots of acetone additives that you can add, obviously, to your acetone, and most of those are meant to nourish your nails, nourish your skin, stop it from being so drying. Also, add some water into it. The second ingredient in this is water. I'm not giving you a specific recipe because I don't have one. It's just gonna be trial and error unless you can find some sort of recipe to create your own nail polish remover. If you don't happen to have a whole bunch of acetone laying around and you're only using nail polish remover and you thought, well, I can't do gel nails because I can't remove it with regular nail polish remover. Au contraire, mon frere. You sure can. I mean, I don't know if every nail polish remover works. I'm not gonna figure that out, but this one does. So give it a shot. If you've ever thought you wouldn't be able to remove gel polish with just a regular nail polish remover, try it. You may be surprised. Let me know in the comments below, how do you normally remove your nail polish? Are you a traditional nail polish remover? Are you an acetone fan? Do you just let them grow out? Are you a picker? Or do you maybe file off your color if it's a gel or something? I generally file off my color, to be entirely honest with you. If it's a gel, obviously. Let me know in the comments below. I'd like to know how you take your nail polish off. I really hope you enjoyed this video and possibly even learned something. If you did, give it a thumbs up.
And if you haven't already, subscribe. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers by November. What do you think my chances are of that?
And as always, all social media links that you might be interested in will be linked in the description box below, along with some videos that maybe you haven't seen yet. Don't forget to check the eye. I'll have some stuff linked up there for you. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!